In honor of Super Mario Bros. Wonder coming out in the last week or so, we are going to rank our top 5 favorite Mario games of all time.
Yeah, I had to go back and rewatch some footage of like which Mario games were
which one was this one?
Yeah, because it was all just on that one game. I don't even know what it was called.
Oh, right.
And there were like 4
Super Mario All-Stars, yeah.
Yeah, and there was like 4 different ones. So to me, Super Mario All-Stars was a Mario game.
Yeah.
But it wasn't.
Yeah.
It was multiple games.
It had a bunch of games. I'll start with my number 5.
All right.
My number 5 is a game I'm guessing you probably have never even played before. It's called Super Mario 3D World.
No, I've never played that one.
This was originally a Wii U game that got ported to the Switch. And it kind of plays like a 2D Mario game where you go into levels and do things, but it's in 3D, so you're moving around. So it's like playing Super Mario 64, but there's just you're getting to the end of the level, the end. It's very challenging. At the end, you can unlock levels that are very difficult.
I have Super Mario Brothers 2.
Oh wow, yes.
Look, I haven't played all these new ones. I've barely played Super Mario Sunshine. I've barely played Galaxy. I've barely played any of these. I don't even know them. So to me, it's like they don't even exist. So I can't rank them, unfortunately. But I really like Super Mario Brothers 2. So
Yeah.
I'm putting that as the 5th one. And a lot of people have probably never played that.
I don't think I've ever beaten this one.
I went back
So trippy.
and looked at videos of these games, and I said, which one gave me a better feeling? Super Mario 1, 2, or 3? And 2 was number 5.
All right. My number 4 is, I'm guessing, another one you haven't played before, Super Mario Odyssey. This is...
No, I haven't played that one. That's the one where he's got a hat and he flies the hat around.
Yes, and he throws the hat and he can become whatever thing. He can become a dinosaur, he can become a car.
Okay.
And I just really like this one. I beat this one before we had kids and then realized what the point of it is once I had kids, because now they watch me play it or they play it and it's just like, wow, you can beat anything in this game. And I'm like, oh, they're so smart. They're such geniuses at creating games that are like fun for an adult to play, but are just like mesmerizing to a kid where it's like, it sparks the imagination. So Super Mario Odyssey, definitely it's basically like Super Mario 64 taken to the nth degree, where it's that, all right, you're in a world now, you're trying to collect all these stars, but it's not like 6 stars and you don't get bumped out of the world every time you complete one. It's just like, find a star. Okay, great. Now keep going. And you're just trying to find as many. And so you get to go to the next world once you collect 20 stars or whatever. So they're all over the place, but they're each a unique challenge or a puzzle that you have to solve.
Interesting.
Lots of stuff to explore.
My 4th is, no surprise, Super Mario Brothers 3, and this is the great one. I was really struggling to come up with a 5th one, to be honest with you, because I really have like a top 4. But Super Mario Brothers 3, it's like the classic one where it's got like the 3 little things that you got to collect, and then you can like, you know what I'm talking about, like at the bottom of the bottom right of the screen.
Oh yeah.
You like
you
3
get extra
flowers,
lives.
and then you can get
Yeah. Having that
love
little
that
menu
game.
screen at the bottom was always really cool. Yeah.
A great game. Fun maps on there, just kind of just walking around.
It's crazy. That was like one of the last games they put out for the original Nintendo system.
Oh, really?
They had really like honed in on what they could get away with on that system.
Yeah, that
in terms
was
of the power and stuff. So my 3 is Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island.
Yeah.
The one where you play as Yoshi and he's trying to get baby Mario around. I just thought that the artwork and the music and everything for that game is so fun. And that was the first Mario game that each level kind of had hidden collectibles. And so like it wasn't just enough to get to the end of the level. It was like the added challenges. Can you find all the stars, or can you find all the flowers, or all that stuff? And then the extra challenges, and can you do all of that without getting hit?
Yeah.
Because you have to get to the end of the level with full health. And so, I remember beating the whole thing one time as a kid, and I was so proud of myself.
I would have put that in here. But I thought that was just called Yoshi's Story. So
Super Mario World 2.
That was Super Mario World. Oh, okay. Well, I scrapped all this. I would have just said that. I put Yoshi Story first thing. I thought, it's a Yoshi game. Oh well.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh well. So whatever. Take out Super Mario Brothers 2 then. Put Yoshi Story as 5th. Okay, my 3rd is Mario Kart 64.
I mean, what is there to say?
Yeah, I don't know.
What is there to say?
It's just a great game.
First time you could play 4 players on a racing game.
Yeah, it's just a great game.
My number 2 is Super Mario Bros. 3, which we've already talked about, but that's a really great classic game. What's your number 2?
Mario Tennis Aces.
Yes. Nice. Good pick.
A great game.
Yeah.
Just such a fun.
Well,
I don't
remember
know
how
what
much
it
we
is.
used to play that when the
yeah.
Switch first came out?
An ungodly amount. It was too much. We played too much. It was so much fun though. You used like actual tournament style. You could play online with people, but just I don't know what it was about it that I loved so much. The competition was just great.
We should pull it out sometime.
I wonder if we're even good at that game.
I don't know.
Probably come back.
Okay, my number one is. It was hard not to pick Super Mario 64.
Yeah,
I had
I
to go
did.
with Super Mario.
I
Is that
did
what you
too,
did? Yeah. I mean, it's just.
Is it the best one? I don't know.
I don't know. I was 8 years old when it came
Yeah.
out. It was like your whole childhood, everything is in 2D, and then one day you go over to your friend's house and they've got this new game called Super Mario 64, and all of a sudden Mario is moving in every direction, and you're like, the levels are huge. They're not just like go from here to here. It's like now you can explore anything. It was like the wildest thing, and I'll never get over that feeling.
Yeah, I was so young. I was like probably 6. So at that point, if you think about it, my earliest memories are that Super Mario 64 capabilities like existed. And then we would always play the older ones, like Super Mario Brothers 3 and 2. But it was like I knew those were earlier versions.
Yeah.
But to me, it was like we've always been able to do like this 3D stuff
Interesting.
in some way. But I knew that was a time in the past.
Yeah.
Where that in the near past that we couldn't do that. It's one of the only games I've ever beaten. That and Knights of the Old Republic. Like
Yeah.
literally the only 2 games I've ever beaten. But yeah, I just loved playing that.
It's so strange. I've talking to people that are maybe like 10 years younger than me. They don't like this game the way that we do. And I think it's because they didn't grow up with it. They've had better 3D Mario games since then.
10 years younger than you or older?
10 years younger.
Younger. Oh, that makes sense.
You know what I mean? But it's just strange. Like I remember talking to someone who said, yeah, I just have no nostalgia for that game, and it doesn't play that well objectively. And I was like, I mean, I guess that's true, but
Yeah.
But so it's the ultimate game that I just cannot separate from
Your
the
experience and the-
feeling of
yeah.
what that was like. Yeah.